Today I'm going to go on a flight from Morningstar to Riversdale and then along the coast back to Morningstar. Takeoff is easy, left-hand turnout, routing towards Rondebossy Berg, which is the little mountain over there before you change frequency for Cape Winelands on 131.1. Passing through Franschhoek, and then you arrive in the Greyton area. Beautiful mountains, beautiful skyline. I was about 5,000 feet here and then slowly descended down before I picked up. We had a lot of rains, the ground was quite saturated and quite green, which was quite pleasant to be around. Sky was clear, pretty cool up there actually. Managed to put a jersey on. As I was going along, found Godfrey down below me and drew alongside for a photo. Cruising to Riversdale is easy to spot, not too far away, and it's on the N2 freeway, straight ahead. Somebody had landed before me, so I knew which runway was in use, but I still pass overhead, have a look, left hand downwind. The exciting part was on downwind. When I was looking at the runway, I saw a flash go past, and it was only when I looked back at my video that I saw the eagle go past. Later I was told it was a booted eagle, but with two cameras you can get a perspective. One in real time, you see it just absolutely flash past, and then in the slow-mo you can see he put on brakes and sort of went over the top. But as a eagle, I don't think he gets out of the way of planes normally. Pretty easy landing, a bit worried about the runway condition with all the rain, but it worked out fine. Two guys had landed in front of me before, and there we parked and walked across for breakfast, which is just nearby. I think you might notice in South Africa you generally have people called car guards. They stand there and just check over your car to make sure nobody vandalizes it, and we organised a plane guard this time. Parking on the ground, a bit nervous of that because of how much rain we had had, and I was worried that the ground would be saturated and it would be difficult to get out afterwards and the plane might sink in, but it was absolutely fine.
Got a bug splat right in the centre, eh? Got a bug splat right in the centre.
Soon after I landed and secured the plane, Godfrey landed just behind. After breakfast, Mike and I discussed routing back via the coast, and you'll see why. We contacted Overberg, who gave us permission to enter their airspace. It is a military airspace, and they were quite easygoing and gave us permission. Takeoff was in the easterly direction, so it was a left-hand turnout just passing over the airfield and routing directly towards the coast on the south. Flight to the coast is not that long. It's about 10 minutes before you hit the coast at Witsunt and Infanta, where the Breda River joins the ocean. The view that welcomed us as we got to the coast was of the immense amount of brown water that had come out of the river, and that was really because of the excessive rains we had recently had. Just a week before, a lot of rain had fallen and it actually damaged roads and left people stranded in certain locations. So there was a lot of brown water. You can see our shadows, two of us going Just Mike and I both in RVs, so we matched our speeds, and it was pretty easy going along the coast. Just past Infanso, we then took a right-hand turn following the coast, and this is really the area where the whales migrate to mate and also to have their offspring. When I came back, I told people I must have passed over 100 whales. I wasn't wrong. There's actually a research helicopter out there that day which we passed over, and they'd done a count. 120 females and their calves just along this stretch of coastline as you go. So I know this little clip is long, but it gives you a good idea of just how many whales are here. We're relatively high, we're passing relatively quickly, but each black dot is one big whale. This area of the coastline is called the Overberg, and the area is called De Hoop, and it's remarkable for its pristine marine environment. Took some photos just for a few better close-ups to give you an idea of the moms and calves. On the coastline we passed the Overberg military air base, and then we passed the Arniston Hotel, which is a little village which is half touristy and half fishing village. Just beyond that you go past Struisbaai, and then you go down to a little town called Agulhas. The remarkable thing about Agulhas is that it is actually the southern tip of Africa. So it is always a pretty cool feeling when you think of the big continent of Africa. Here you are taking a right turn as you round the tip of Africa. Some people think Cape Point is there in Cape Town, at what they call Cape Point, but that's not the most southern point. From there we routed towards Stanford, which is near Hermanus, and there you could actually see the Stanford River, just how full it was, with Mike actually flying down, passing underneath where he's got his farm strip. Then from there it was routing back to Morningstar after a pretty cool trip. I enjoyed that.